Hello, LDT. I am going to give you a few tips and tricks today on how to target prolific subjects. So the first way that you have probably already figured out how to do this is to apply a custom screening. Now here in this survey, I wanted just Americans and I wanted Americans with children. But I wanted to go a little bit further. I actually wanted parents of middle schoolers. So the second tip I'm going to give for how to target subjects is make the title of your survey something that says, I want this specific person, parents of middle schoolers survey. That's tip number 2. So the third way, this is probably the most powerful way that I like to make sure I only get a certain kind of respondent. In the survey itself, and looking through my library of Qualtrics surveys, this is actually something that I will share with you. I'll make a copy of this and then I'll make you a collaborator so that you can have access to it and you can copy it yourself and then make your own surveys using this as a template because it has a bunch of the logic built in that will be helpful for you. So the third way is I ask a question at the start. So I say, welcome to the questionnaire. We are looking for insights from parents of middle schoolers, ages 11 to 13. If that's you, please proceed. So you're giving people kind of a heads up from the beginning. This is who I want to take this. If they click on I'm not a parent of a middle schooler, it'll just go ahead and kick them right out of the survey. They'll get a message like this survey is for parents of middle schoolers only. Please return your submission. And then they can't continue in the survey. I also like to do another check later on. So this one says, how old are your children? And because middle schoolers are between the ages of 11 and 14 usually, if they don't select 11 to 14, they will also get kicked out of the survey. You can see that represented here in this display logic. If 11, 12, 13, and 14 is not selected, that's when they will be sent to this question. Well, this survey is for parents of middle schoolers only, ages 11, 13. Please return your submission. All right, so I also wanted to add collecting demographic info can be helpful. Prolific will give you some demographics, but there's probably going to be more that you want that they won't give you. So here I wanted to know, like, are you parents of A students, B students, C students in math? I also wanted to know household income. That's something that Prolific will not give you. And Prolific will give you gender, so I actually didn't need to ask this one. So you might be wondering, so how do you collect demographic info automatically from Prolific? And I will show you. So on Prolific, you can say use URL parameters to collect Prolific ID. You just need to check this box right here. And then in your actual survey, if you use this template, there is logic built in, which has people enter their Prolific ID. I think it might actually automatically populate it for them so they don't even have to type it. And once that happens, when people finish your survey, you can produce a spreadsheet like this through Prolific that tells you like their age, whether they have children, where they're from, employment status, are they unemployed, you get their sex, you get their whether they're a student or not. So this stuff can be kind of useful and it doesn't have to take up any time while they are on your survey. Okay, last couple tips I will give you, going back to Prolific. And I wanted to give you some tips around pricing down here. So I like these $30 surveys. They give you about 45 participants for 3 minutes at a rate of $10 an hour, which is pretty good. Make sure that you adjust your maximum time. This is probably actually pretty high. I should have made it like maybe 15 minutes because if you have people that come in here and they take a long time, they will raise the average, the estimate for how long your survey takes, and then Prolific might ask you to pay participants more. Okay, I think those are all the tips I wanted to share today. I hope this was useful. Please email it if you have any questions. All right, bye.